Good morning and welcome to the July membership meeting. Hope you're well and your families are safe, and we'll get right to the President's report. Power and utilities are working their regular schedule. Fitters and welders are working some overtime. 8061s on 710s on various projects. Engine plant working 712s, and they're now reporting that they may work straight through the August 9th vacation shutdown. Truck plant, bodies working some overtime, paint some overtime, and electricians should be 100% all RDOs offered because of the Slifico project, the fire alarm project. Final working some overtime. Central is 100% to sign up to RDOs while they're working in the Rev C. DDMP's working the regular schedule, and we were told that there was a requisition for a fitter approved, so we'll see when they start interviewing. Stamping plant, Area A, a little bit of overtime. Area B, overtime is necessary. Facilities, overtime on various projects. World headquarters is working 710s. Vehicle service center working their regular schedule. Unit information, the contract books are being reprinted because they were so horrible. And if you want a copy of the ones they printed, you can certainly have one, but I wouldn't support sending them to the floor because they're horrible. So we have to have them reprinted. That's what we're doing now. Regional news, Laura Dickerson moved into the regional director role, taking over for Chuck Browning. UAW, while Chuck Browning moved, he made some appointments, and I thought I'd go over them real quick. Brandon Keats is now the top administrative assistant. Scott Eskridge as an administrative assistant over the servicing department. Daryl Goodwin is administrative assistant over the NPC. Jody Dunn is assistant director over the servicing department. He also made Bob Tizio assistant director of umpire and arbitration services, special projects, and Ed Hossinger assistant director of continuous improvement. And Tony Voltaggio, a good friend of mine, was moved back into assistant director of national Ford benefits role, which is a win for us. He knows his business, and he'll be good in negotiations. Also, Mike Kerr is now our servicing rep, so that's kind of interesting as well. Committee reports, health and safety. Please do not use expired slings and grommets. The company will hold you accountable if an accident occurs. You won't be considered a hero. You're going to get time off. They're going to call it a flagrant, which can be penalty up to termination. Don't do it. Turn them in. I'd rather fight about getting a replacement than see someone get seriously hurt or injured. As a side note for health and safety, we had a single point lesson given to me because I think our safety team has been seeing a lot of people not wearing hard hats when you're up in a lift and not wearing hard hats when you're a ground man. It's imperative that you wear a hard hat in the lift, or if you're in a ground man, that's a safety violation. You can be written up for that. So just put your hard hat on. I know they're uncomfortable, but those are the rules. Let's see. Joint apprenticeship, JAC, we have 83 apprentices currently on rolls. The pipe fitters are scheduled to rotate 8-2, but I think they moved that up to July 26th. So it's either 8-2 or July 26th. The millwrights rotated yesterday, 7-19. The welders will stay where they are, and electricians will rotate on or near the end of September. I'd like to say congratulations to the graduated millwrights, Richard Thomas, Mike Gessner, and Richard Sharp. Also electricians Jill Wykes and John Skehan, and pipe fitter Richard Thomas. Congratulations and welcome to the trades. Job security, we have contractors in various places around the Rouge. Joe Bush has done a great job of making the company follow the labor notification process and clearly identify the scope and timing of the projects. We're actually successful in winning a couple of decent grievances because they violated those terms, and we'll keep holding their feet to the fire. ESSP, the gyms are slated to reopen soon. The joint party sent out an email outlining the multi-step process. I'll keep you posted on any updates we receive. That goes for the stamping plant facility as well. So that concludes the report. I'd like to thank Mike Young for doing the recording, Paul Morey and Dwayne Glass for being here. And remember, if you've got questions, suggestions, comments, concerns, something that's affected, you want to see the committee out that you haven't seen, and you want us over in your plant, please reach out. You can text me, call the committee room, send me an email. We're always around. So with that, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. God bless.